Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day was coconut milk, but it's already gone. And today I couldn't hold it off any longer. I wanted to try out some Sengoku. Call it Sengoku Sunday if you like. Shank Saturday and Sengoku Sunday. I don't think we're continuing both of them. There's only so much you can do with this damn deck. But either way, I wanted to give him a go. Unfortunately, this is still on the dev sim, so people are not playing NL and Nami and Lucy, decks like that. But I've got some games into some of the more competitive leaders, or at least what it seems at this point, from OP16 in this video. But first, if you're a Rosas fan and in the market for a new deck box, well, you're in luck, because Sleeve Chief are reprinting their Brothers Tragedy deck box. This deck box has an awesome design featuring both Rosas and Doflamingo, with some really cool art inside. And it's dropping on this Sunday. If you're picking up this deck box or anything else from the website, please don't forget to use code MARINE for 5% off. Thank you to Sleeve Chief for sponsoring this video. I'll go over the deck if you're not familiar. Sengoku, 5k, 5 life, purple Navy leader. First purple Navy leader since Rosie. Activate main, you can return 8 active Don to your Don deck, and then play 3 Admiral type characters with different names from your hand. So in this way, you get to play out the boys, my goats, Kuzan, Sakazuki, and Borsalino. Really cool cards, and I like that this leaves open the opportunity for them to print an Isho or a Green Ball in the future that can be like a minor buff to this deck. They decide that they want to give you different options, which is really cool wording and leader effect. So what do the boys do? Well, for your 8 Don, you get 3, 7, 8 bricks. 21 Don's worth of value for just 8. And on play, Kuzan's going to ramp you 2 back rested. Borsalino's going to ramp you back 1 active and 1 rested. So you get 4 back of your 8 that you used. But then Sakazuki does demand that you send 1 back to give one of your opponent's characters minus 6,000 power into the end of their next end phase. So even if this isn't like you put minus 6,000 on something on the board and then you attack into it to take it out, well, you can put it on a standing threat, then that guy can't attack. So you get out of 1 swing and you're sitting at like 3 Don if you had exactly 8 when you use Sengoku's effect. Then Sakazuki can rest 1 active, and handily you get back 1 active from Borsalino to give you back 2 more. So then you'll be at 5 Don. So you kind of offset most of the cost of this effect just by these guys on board effects. The other 2 effects they have, Kuzan can do activate main once per turn, Don -1. One of your opponent's characters cannot activate blocker. This is brilliant in the meta. There are lots of blockers at the minute. Whitebeards, Blackbeards, Reijus in an L. All sorts of different blockers that this just helps you get around. And then Borsalino, at the end of your turn, you can Don -2, restand him, and then set him as a blocker. It's 8-cost Katakuri, but much worse. But that's okay, because we cheat him out for free. When you use this, it is a little awkward on the turn that you combo out, because you're already down at like... If you started at 8, which a lot of the time you won't, you'll start at 9. Say you started at 9, you're going to end up with 6 after you combo out. And it's like, do you want to go down to 4? Probably not. Probably not. But you could. You got the choice. And then on future turns, this is excellent. But I hear you ask, how are we going to put this combo together? You need 3 cards by turn 4. Well, we have a million searchers, right? We've got Kobe, he's a classic top 5 for Navy, except himself. We've got Buddha Sengoku, which is one of the best search events we've ever had. Top 5 for 2 Navy, including itself, and then trash 1 more. This really lets you put your combo together, this event, because you can grab, say, a Borsalino and another Kobe. Whereas if you play Kobe and you don't have any other searchers, well, say you could still take that Borsalino, but then if you don't find more searchers to find your Sakazuki, you might not have the combo. So this really makes assembling your combo so much easier. I'm also playing 3 of the Marineford. Only 3, you could very easily go to 4, I just wanted a little room for some other cards. Top 5, search for Navy, including itself, and then bot deck the rest, and then activate main, Don -1. You can rest this to draw 1 and trash 1. It's like old Sakazuki leader's effect. Very good. I don't love seeing a ton of these, because they can break up your hand a little bit, but they can also help cycle each other out, so it's not too bad. Final searcher is one you don't really want to play, but you can in an emergency. It's Suru. She's a top 5 search for Navy, including herself, but then you have to trash 1 at the end of that effect. But she is a 2k to make up for it. You're obviously going to be playing 4 of these, you're just not exactly excited to play them out. Now with this deck, you do really want to go first. There may well end up being matchups where you take second to yoink your opponent's curve, but your preferred curve in a vacuum is first. Because of these two cards, Sengoku and Monkey D. Garp, both of these are 5 costs that double ramp you. So you play this on 5 and then you be at 7, and when you go into what would be your 7 Don turn, you're actually going to have 9 Don. But now that's your usual leader effect and have an extra Don to offset the cost a little bit more as well. Garp ramps you 1 active and 1 rested and has an extra 1000 power, but it's 1k. Sengoku also gives you a draw 2 trash 2 on his effect, and is a 2k but only has 5000 power, and both the Dons come in rested. They're very similar. As long as you see 1 on your odd curve, it's fine. You're just going to play out whichever one's best in the situation. If you don't have your combo yet, you'll play Sengoku. If you do have your combo, you'll play Garp. If you have, say you have a Buddha Sengoku in your hand, you might play Garp so that you have that active Don to then use that on the same turn. Because that is a better search than Sengoku's draw 2 trash 2. These are very, very important to see when you go first. When you go second, these help offset your Don costs a lot and make it much easier to do Borsalino's effect on the turn that you play these dudes. But they are less important going second. Now, if you're going second, you do kind of want to ramp once so that you can then play out one of these Admirals. But finding space in this deck is hard because I really do think you need the counter events. Mama Ragan's been feeling insane in this one. It's a combo with Sakazuki, or just as draw and filter early on, or after you combo out, because you will be at less than 6. And Slow Beam Sword has been pretty tasty so far. But I think there is the argument that you could cut these 2 Inuyashis, and then maybe 2 more cards to put in 4 of the Rosinante. I do prefer, I think I would prefer this to Mr. 2, just because he's searchable. And then this gives you a nice curve when you're on evens of playing this for 4, ramping up, you get a little blocker, which is fine, but he's really interactable. And then you can go straight into playing either Sakazuki, Borsalino, or Kuzan before your combo turn. That'll help with your Don situation, and also just give you a guy on the board. So I can very well see that Rosinante may well be better than like these 2 Inuyashis, or even just cutting these 2 for 2 of these. It's probably fine. I just wanted to try this card because there's a lot of 1-drops out at the minute that are pretty annoying. You think decks like Enel, decks like GU Luffy, decks like Lucy, if that ends up still being relevant. So I wanted to try the Inuyashi. Hasn't really been coming up. Rosinante's probably just better. And in fact, I'm going to put him in now. Only a 2 of, but if you find him on your even curve, cool. Final card in the deck that I'm definitely not recording separately because I forgot to talk about it is the 3 Admirals event. This is mainly being played for the counter effect. If you have an Admiral character on the board, this is only live after you sort of combo out. Then this is a 4k for any of your leader or characters, which is excellent. It's one of the best counter effects that we have in the game. Just got to meet that pretty easy condition. And then on main, you can pay 4 in total, and then buff 3 of your Admirals by 6,000 power. This gives you some Don that you can then use for things like Kuzan's effect, things like your stage, and it just makes your lethal slightly more explosive. Although I will say, I feel like you don't need this on lethal. So this is very much, potentially you could cut one of these, but it is really nice seeing the counter later on. Once your opponent starting swinging really, really big, to just have a little bit more counter in your hand. So I've been enjoying the counter effect. Not so ecstatic about the main effect, although I can definitely see how it would. It's a plus 2k overall, so it can definitely help win you the game in certain spots. But anyway, that's the deck. I'll talk a little bit more about the list at the end, and here's a couple of games with Sengoku. Got him to Yamato. We're going first. No, that's not enough searches. We have 0 searches there. Well, we've still got a ramp. The ramp is good. We've got a Kuzan, so we've got something. Hopefully this finds us like a Buddha Sengoku event. No. I think because we have no more searches, we kind of have to take the stage. Because we need multiple things still. Just taking this Borsalino doesn't do a lot. If I whiff Sakazuki, I'm still really upset about it. So I'm just going to take Marineford and pass. Having the effect online for later could be kind of nice as well. It's not a huge deal. There's Nami. Find 6-drop Yamato. Very important to find. And yeah, he milled. What did he mill? Momo, Luffy, and Yamato. Okie dokie. Let's go Marineford. Looking for Buddha Sengoku. We don't find it. We do find Sakazuki. He is the most important one. But we've only seen one of these so far. I think I'm going to take a Kobe and just try and get that Searcher event. Okay, we get the Searcher event and we don't actually bot deck anything important there. So this should be a good search. I lied. We find nothing. Could take another Buddha Sengoku. And we're probably just trashing this Garp. I'll take a Kobe. Yeah, I'll take a Buddha Sengoku and a Kobe. Return those. Ditch a Garp. Swing for 5. And then pass. This ramp's active, so we can still use the Buddha Sengoku event whilst ramping up to 7. And then we've got to find our combo next turn. We've got to find it. We've got one more search after, but we've only seen one Sakazuki and one Borsalino. And we've done how many searches? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know the bottom 15 of our deck. So there's 20 cards left. We'll take whatever swing this is as well. This is a blocker. So he's whiffed his 4-drop. Quite unfortunate, but we'll take it. We'll take that as well. Momaragan. Eh. I don't know if I love that. Let's go with Garp. I should have swung 5 first. It is what it is. Doesn't really matter. And then we're just playing out this event. Shot counters with the other Yamato. Very nice. We'll peek. We get the boys. We get the boys. You'll have to see it. And then I'll ditch. What are we going to need next turn? He's going to have swings of 5 and 8. We can happily take the 5. Sorry, the 8. So I just need a 1k. So I probably want to keep Kobe and ditch Buddha Sengoku. And then pass. We're going to go up down. That's nice. We've got our combo for next turn. That's also nice. Yes, we've got to counter that. Staying at 3 here is really, really nice. So we probably don't need to use Borsalino as a blocker. It'll be interesting to see which Yamato he brings out. I imagine the 6-drop. Sorry, the one that grabs a 6-drop. Yeah, this one. Then he can take back the 6-drop, so he has it for next turn. Yeah, indeed. Gets to play a 2 as well. A little blocker there, why not? And then 8 we will be taking. Another Sakazuki's quite good. Getting the whole fucking gang again, I guess. Oh dear. Anyway, let's go... Just play out our combo immediately. Or do we want to swing with Garp first? This doesn't have an on KO. So we can bully this with these Kobe's, which is quite nice. In fact, I'm going to do my combo first. Because if he, for some reason, decides to counter the Kobe's... I guess I'd play over one of them. It is what it is, whatever. There's nothing we can do about that. We'll ramp 2 rested, ramp 1 active, 1 rested. Return 1, reduce this. Ramp 2. And then we'll attack this with the Kobe. Because we do want this to go. I guess he can save it, but it still doesn't attack, so there's no real need to save this, in my opinion. Would we have ever attacked more than that there? I don't think so. Let's do a 5. Do I want to deny this from blocking? I don't feel the need to Borsalino next turn. Really? We go to 5, we go to 7, this goes to 8. Yeah, we can play on the Saka next turn, and then that still works. So I think I do want to deny this from blocking. And just try and get rid of it. Just so that it's gone. And we won't have to deal with it in a couple turns here. Yeah, we got good value there. We got rid of his blocker, we got rid of his guy. Next turn, we'll see another 6-drop, I presume. But we've got our combo online, and that's really, really good. I'm not using Borsalino this turn, though. Because we'll go far too low on Don. He wanted this in the trash. Oh, he has the 7-cost event, I guess? Is that worth it? I don't know. Either way. Let's pass. No. And this Momaragan is online now, which is actually quite good. We can use this to counter and draw a card, which is kind of cool. Or we can use it on main to rest this Ushimaru. Yep, this Ramato's got Rush. He's milled 1,000,000 cards. 5. I think I'd rather use it on counter. Just to get out of that for free. And then this swing of 8, he can attack the Garp. You can have it all day if you want it. What's this reducing? He's another character with that costs 8 or more. Yep, you got it. It's quite funny. 6. I want to counter this, and I do not care if he takes out Garp. Let's give... What's better, Sengoku or Maria in this spot? I think Sengoku, because we're not leader affecting. We're never leader affecting. 3, 4. Was this ramp active or not? This does ramp active. Huh? I'm just going to toss this. I don't think it makes a whole deal of difference. Also, this is just a blunder. Like, if he attacks the Garp, you can have it anyway. He couldn't interact with this, these 3 in any way. So it doesn't matter. If this goes into the Garp, we'll just let him have it. We could defend, but I'm not going to. Yamato gives Yamato Rush. We'll grab back the 6-drop, I presume. No, we're going to grow. Okay, we're going to do our Momo combo. I like it. I like it. Goes Lee. Surprised at that, but sure. We get a Sengoku. Why not? Another Kuzan. We can completely combo out. There's no point. Is there no point? Is there a point? Let's do this first. I want to take this out. This is annoying. Let's just do that. I don't think it's ever worth it. We just go so low on Don again. Like, I can remove all of these. We'd get back. We'd just kind of be in the same position we were before, except without a bunch of cards in my hand. I think I'd rather just play the Sakazuki, and then we can Marine Foot away the Kuzan. Yeah. Let's do that. Just get rid of this Yamato. Keep his board nice and clear. Then we get 3 attacks. Have we used both Sakazukis? I think so. Yep, I've used that one. I've used that one. We get triple 8s, which is just incredible. We'll deal at least 2 damage here. In fact, let's just go 9. We don't need slow beam. We may as well keep it as an option. Let's do this first. Ditch you. Yeah, we'll keep it as an option. He gives us 2 2Ks. It works out for a 6. He kind of needs the 2Ks if he wants to do that Momo combo. Gives us the Momo and the Tama. And then we'll end the turn. Turn 2, restand this fella. There's the Momo. Where's the other woman? Yes, this woman, Shinobu. Buff up your Momo. Yes, Momo turns into a blocker. Incredible. So these both have Rush, but this has Rush, so it doesn't have blocker. So. Still kind of weird. Yamato draws one and trashes one. Very nice. This can't rest leaders, can it? No. So tasty, right? Just rest this. It's so tasty. Just rest the blocker. It gets out of the attack and it denies the block, and then Kuzan can deny this one. It turns into an 8-drop. We have our big blocker as well. We could just block. I'm not afraid of 10 into one of my dudes, though. This says cost plus 20. No blocker. Noro. Start returning Don. Minus there. Buff this. Rest this. Resolve. Very nice stuff there. So this is not a blocker. This can turn into whatever Yamato it wants. Can turn it into the unblockable one. Doesn't matter. The swing is 10. We have double 2s to save any of our dudes. And then when this swings, this just gets blocked. Pretty convincing, actually. This has been... Maybe this guy's missed some plays? I don't know. I'm not too familiar with all the tricks that this deck has. Jaws and Momo, grab back a 2k, seems good. Does he have a 2-drop he wants to play? Another blocker could be okay. If he has Nushimaru. He has a Luffy. Why would you play this? Sure. Sure, my Sakazuki still costs 27, which is quite amusing. He has ground death for sure. Let's do this first. Then we can do this. Deny the block. Do we want to go for lethal or do we try and go again? I don't think there's much reason to try and go again. Let's play around ground death to some extent. You can do 9. We don't even need to play this event. This can be our defensive line, right? Let's just swing a bunch of 9s first. We're at 8. We can use this as well, actually. Swing a 9. He's come to cut the chains. Swing a 9. Swing a 9. GG's. Yeah. That was quite commanding, honestly. He did whiff his 4-drop, which was a little unfortunate for him. If he'd found an ace or a Kinemon, he'd have had 1 extra guy. I just feel like we weren't in a bad position ever. I feel like we weren't. The searches earlier were a little awkward, right? Because I had to pick between getting more searches, all the combo pieces. I think I decided right on all of them in the end, because we did end up getting everything. And we ended up drawing a Sakazuki from life anyway, so if we just had Borsalino, it would have been fine. 27 cost Saka, quite amusing. Yeah, the combo is just so good, right? You deny one swing with this, you can potentially deny another swing with this. It's just the Don that's sometimes a little bit of an issue. I don't know how competitive Yamato is going to be. I don't have the highest hopes for this leader. And maybe this is just a bad matchup because we have perpetual power down. And denying blockers and being a blocker seems pretty good too. But either way, well played to our opponent, and let's move on. Maybe if he played the unblockable one with the on-KO, that might have been a better shout than just keeping grabbing back this one. Because we kind of can't clear this, actually. We kind of can't clear this. It's certainly not as easy as this, because he's already had the effect, right? We just kill it again. Whereas this one, you're incentivized to not attack it, because he gets to develop the 6-drop again. So we just had to leave it there. Might have been a little bit tougher for us. I don't know. Either way, let's just move on. We're going to Blackbeard, and he's taken first away from us, which is interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Going second, Maria's not really an option. We've got 2 searchers, though. If we can find... Inuarashi would be cool into Blackbeard, but I think 2 searchers is good enough, right? We can at least get going. And maybe we can use this Maria, although I don't think so. Let's go with the keep. I'm not super ecstatic about double Kuzans. I only ever really want to see one of these, but Blackbeard's blockers at the end of the game. You never know, maybe we'll need to. Maybe we'll need to. We'll start off with the stage. Because the Kobe has counter. Although, to be fair, the Kobe can attack. So if he'd played Lafitte... Oh, we've got that, though. That's really nice. Do I still want to start with stage? I think I actually want to get the Kobe down. Just to have a dude in case he plays Lafitte. So I'm going to play the Kobe. I've completely changed my mind on everything I said. We'll take Sakazuki. He is simply better than Borsalino, although we're going to want both. I'll put this to the top, just in case we get around. And then let's go with Buddha Sengoku. Okay, well, we need our ramp. So there's our ramp. We'll take that. Do we want more search? We still don't have Borsalino, so more search possibly necessary. That is the 3rd Sakazuki, though. And I do like seeing multiple Sakazukis. Here I'm going to trash Kuzan. We definitely want the ramp, so we have enough Don. I think we pass up on the event because we've got the stage. We can maybe do something with that. Let's take another Sakazuki. This is never going to come up. And then we'll ditch a Kuzan. Then we'll end the turn. What if he'd attack with this? Probably not, but you never know. Could do. If he has nothing else to do, then like 5-5 is not that bad. But he does have the goat to Lafitte. Well, I'm glad I played my Kobe down now, huh? We'll attack Kobe into Lafitte first, of course. And then we'll see what he goes with here. A top deck of the Ino Arashi would be really good. This is probably not very good into us. We don't really play anything this interacts with other than, you know, this guy right here. Let's take the first swing. Sengoku, if you like. Another Kuzan, if you like. Well, I don't really have anything else to do with my Don. I think we could get more searches. Let's play the stage first. Let's see what we find. Take Buddha Sengoku, Kobe, or Gorp. There's not really 2 cards we need. Handy's kind of good. Let's take the Buddha Sengoku, though. I think it is just better. Then we'll play it out. Oh, still no Borsalino. We should draw him soon, right? Right? There's only 2 cards we can take here. We take 3 Admirals and Suru. Return the rest. Yeah, if we... I mean, next time we've got the Sengoku, it's fine. Hopefully that draws us into what we need. I think I'm going to ditch another Kuzan. Multiple of these into Blackbeard could be tasty, though. Could ditch the event. Yeah, there's 3 more events. I don't think we've passed up too many of them either. Let's go 3 to Lafitte. Let's go 5. Cool. What trigger did we get? Burgess trigger's a little annoying, actually. That's a good high roll in the first life. Okay. Okay. We'll pass it up. You can attack one of these little weenies into our Kobe. It's fine. Katarina Devon. Sure. Not a huge fan of this. Not a huge fan of this. I mean, he can become an 8k once. There's Shiryu for next turn. That's important. That is important. 5. Well, it's 5-5. We'll take 1 counter one, I think. 3 Admirals, if you like. I'll give up a Sengoku here. We never want more than 1 of these. Never, never, never. There's another Kuzan. Where's my Borsalino? Come on, man. Where's the Borsalino? Okay, what do we prefer? We prefer Kobe for sure. I'm surprised he didn't attack my Kobe. I don't really understand the meaning of that. Let's ditch... I mean, we can always stage next turn. I'm going to ditch a Kuzan. Oh, we have to ditch 2, don't we? Shit, this is a draw 2 trash 2. My bad, my bad. We really need... Surely this hits, right? We've done, what, 1, 2, 3 searches and... Was it 2? But no, 4 searches. So we know the bottom 16 cards. Oh, no, slightly less. 14. This has got to hit, this Kobe. Let's go to the stage. We can always Don minus, I guess. If we really need to. Wow. That is genuinely incredible. Where's the Borsalino? Did I pass one up? I think I passed up 1, didn't I? I think I passed up 1 early. But wow, that is not good. Not good at all. Let's take a Suru. We're coming back round to that Sakazuki that we passed up at the start. Oh, beats this turn. I hope not. I'm also going to attack this, because otherwise we're just going to be countering it forever. If he lets it go, then he lets it go. It's fine. Yeah, cool. We get a slow step beam sword. Okay. This will be good later. This will be good later. He's going to get to play Shiryu this turn and then swing 6. And he can swing with the Devon if he wants, but it's a mistake. We'll just counter the 6 with 1 Maria. If we have to play Suru next turn to find Borsalino, then we have to, but I really don't want to. We've been kind of unlucky to not find this Borsalino still. I think I passed up 1 at the start, but I can't remember for sure. Can't remember. This is a deck you're going to have to remember your stack with. At least the first couple searches, right? Trash is Katarina. Maybe play a Katarina on top. Can't put this there. When did this go in the trash? I don't remember when this went in the trash. Oh, his age. There's a Burgess there. I don't know if I like the Burgess there. It's kind of weird. This is a bad swing. This is a really bad swing. We'll just have to counter both of these. It's a little awkward, but it is what it is. This should have stayed, I think, until we have an 8k, because we're going to have an 8k next turn. And then this wants to swing into that, obviously. Borsalino. That's pretty awkward. We can swing 3 with Kobe into Katarina. And then use this to try and not have to expend the Suru. Because I don't want to use the Suru if it's like the next card, right? This gives us the 1 rested Don. We're going to ramp a bunch back anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Next turn is 8 cost teach if he has it. Cool, Katarina's gone. That's good for us. There he is. What a legend. What am I tossing? I think it's a Kuzan. How many Kuzans have I tossed? Tossed 2 already. That is my last Kuzan if I toss it. Maybe it's not the Kuzan. That's awkward. I've used 2 events as well. Or 1 event. I think it's the second event. But we did get our combo. Thank God for that. We'll swing 5 with you. I guess I should do my chip first, right? Because then we can reduce the Shiryu. He's actually playing out the Burgess, which is interesting. Is this last 1 card a teach? Must be, right? Let's do, yeah, I should have done my combo first because he could have diverted into Shiryu there and it would have been a little unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll play out Kuzan, Borsalino, and Sakazuki over the rested Kobe. We'll ramp 1, 1. Ramp 2. Return 1, reduce Shiryu. Then rest 1, gain 2. So at 6 Don, we're going to be at 4 Don. Do I want to leave Don open for slow? Probably not this turn. Probably not. 4, we'll draw to 6. I kind of don't want to use Borsalino's effect either, actually. Having to use the stage this turn was a little awkward. Yo, you can Don -1 as much as you like with this. That's interesting. That is interesting. Wonder if he would ever... Surely never divert into Burgess here. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Could do 5-5 though. Let's just go 5. See what happens from this first 5. What trigger have you got, sir? Devon trigger. Okay, well, I kind of don't want to tap my Kobe now. That's a really good trigger, actually. Enables him to maybe search for that Blackbeard. But equally, getting 1 more card out of him feels pretty good. It's just, do I need events? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. If we lose the Sengoku and the Kobe, that's kind of okay. We can't even have 7 Don. We wouldn't be able to use second Sakura effect, but we can have 7 Don from just this Sakura if we swing out. I think it's worth it. If he burns us, like, everything's so small, it doesn't matter. And we're going to make this Borsalino a blocker, I think. But I think getting the extra swing in here is good. Yeah, he needs to clear this Kobe, right? There was one of the Kobes, I don't know if it was this one or the other one, that he could have cleared ages and ages and ages ago. I don't know why he didn't. Does burn us. That's insane, right? Is that not insane? He always Blackbeards, right? What if he doesn't? We might need the Borsalino blocker. Is it that bad if we go to 0? I don't know if it's that bad. Oh, I'm gonna minus. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. Like weenie spam. Because I only have 1 2k in hand. Very surprised he did that with the Burgess. That's a brick in hand. There's that. I suspected as much, but he did only have a 2-card hand, so kind of... I thought it might be the last one, but still kind of lucky, right? Still kind of lucky. You need to clear this damn Kobe, bro. You gotta do it. Hit him with the Luffy. Hit the Kobe. Hit the Kobe, bro! Hit the damn Kobe! What is wrong with you? Holy. This is not a good play. Don't make that play. That's tragic. I don't know. Maybe I'm coping. Maybe I'm coping. We just leave a lot of dons up for counter events here. We know there's going to be a teach coming. Would be kind of nice to use this. Let's use this. Gain 2. We're up to 8. This is going to send us down below that. This is like the perfect turn for a Rosy Lore. This would be the perfect turn. See if he does anything with this. No. Okay. These are all going to be 8s, so these are potentially going to be 7s. We don't know what his his trigger is yet. I don't think there's any that are 2 backbreaking. We know he has Zihaha. If we go 7, 7, 8, 8, 8. He can redirect, take all the 8s, redirect the 7. He's kind of relying on the triggers and what's in here, I think, to an extent. I'm gonna go 6 with Sengoku. It's a weird number, but like if this last card is not a 2k, then this is guaranteed, and it is not a 2k. So we now have 1 more Don. Let's go 7. Could maybe go 8 there, but I think it's fine. If he directs into this, it's like whatever. He could have just directed into Blackbeard. Okay, he's going to direct into Van Auger. Gets the draw, reduces Saka. So this is at 5. I think I want to go just 5 with it. Let's just go 5. Try and get the 1 card. I want to leave as many Dons open here as I can for all these events. So that we never die. Gives us a 1k. Then we'll go 8. And this should hit him down to 0. He didn't use the Zihaha, did he? No, but we know he has the Zihaha. And he cannot negate the blocker on Borsalino. Because of how that interaction works. So he can Zihaha. And then not negate Borsalino. So it works out quite nicely for us. We'll go 8 here. Just leave as many Don open as we can. And then we use the stage. Don -1. Trash. Kuzan, whenever we need more. Kuzan. And turn. 1, 2. And he stands up. And because he gained blocker from an effect, you cannot negate this guy's blocker. With Tenko's Teach, which is really good for us. If he goes that route. He could also do something like some kind of... He does just go with the simple route. He does plays it down the middle. I think quite a few mistakes in this game from our opponent here. Not taking out this Kobe was crazy. But this still has blocker. I can't even read the text because it's so damn small. But this is still a blocker. Don't be fooled. 7. No blocker. Slow beam sword. Start returning 1. Rest this. And then 1k. We got his ass. Lock. 2k. Please, kill the Kobe. Will we ever see this man destroy Kobe? It's a canon event. Kobe just survives the Marineford War for no fucking reason. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's going to be the game. Big slow beam. Kind of came in clutch. We had enough counter anyway for the Blackbeard with the 2-3 Admirals events. We didn't really need the slow beam, but it was cool. It was cool. If he negated Kuzan instead of negating Borsalino, which I think would have been the better play, we could have used it to arrest this Blackbeard, and then that denies the blocker in the other way, right? Because he chose to try and deny the blocker. He chose to try and deny this, but it doesn't work like that. I don't think he understood how it worked. So he should have negated this, and then we'd have arrested this, and then just counted out the last swing, the 3 Admirals event, which would have been fine. We had the game regardless. Well played to our opponent, couple of mistakes, but we're all learning these cards, right? It was nice to see that we actually did fairly well. And once you get this combo off, it's very, very good. It's just sometimes a bit short on Don afterwards. Going first into green-blue Luffy. Now, I'm a little bit scared of this guy just beating us down. This is a million searches, though, and double Kobe's feels really good to start combating his board. So I'm definitely going to keep this. And I want to get Kobe down as soon as possible. Let's go with Kobe first. We'll take Saka here. We've already got a Borsalino. Don't need anything else. I'm going to put these to the top because these are cards I want to draw into, potentially. Pass. Next turn, we're just going to carry on searching. We'll play out our Kobe. We'll play out Marineford. We'll play out Sengoku. Hopefully, we'll get the ramp that we need, as well as the Kuzan. What does this one do? On play, if you're it has impel down to like rest of 5. Sure, so you can rest a Kobe. Interesting. Kobe can't attack into this nicely, which is something. Let's go with Kobe again. And let's take a Saka, and then I'll push the Mamarog to the top again. Saka's the one that I'm going to want multiple of if I'm going to want multiple of any of them. Now let's go with Sengoku. We need the ramp. We don't actually need the cycle because Kuzan's here. So we'll take Kuzan and Garp. Don't really care about these. I'll just put Suru to the top. I'd rather have Garp than Sengoku because it's a better body and it gives us an active Don rather than a rested Don. And then I'm going to toss the 3 Admirals. Then we'll swing 5. And then we'll play out Marineford. Nothing particularly I want off this one. A 2k is reasonable. Don't need Buddha Sengoku. I think I'm going to take the 2k Sengoku there. And then we'll push these to the top. End the turn. And if he does start swinging early, we've got these Kobes to combat that, which is really nice. He might not swing early, though. I don't know. Finding the turn to pull the trigger with this Green-Blue Luffy deck is tough. Because if you pull the trigger too early, you don't get your combo turn. But if you pull the trigger too late, then you're just dead. You don't kill your opponent. We're going to stabilize late game, right? We are going to stabilize late. So we'll just have to see. The nice thing is that we have our ramp. That's really important for next turn. And we have our combo established already. We found 1,000 searches. It was excellent. It was excellent. Even Cough seems good. This one still kind of sucks, but he's playing it again. I mean, I'm not defending my Kobe. Who sends 2? Luffy. He's got his full board. Okay. Mr. 3. Shot. Yeah, you got it. I'm not actually that afraid of these guys, you know? This is just going to be a 3, 4, 5. This is just going to be a 6 if it swings. And there's the if it swings. It does swing, okay. I will counter this one out. And then that's going to be the turn. This is, like, not bad for dealing with your opponent's weenies, you know? Not the worst. We can Garp Kobe here. It's reasonable. Let's attack the Mr. 1. See if he wants to give us a card here. Or not. I'm going to kill it anyway. I don't think I care about this. 2 Don to swing is expensive. I definitely care about this. This is 1 Don for 6k. This is 2 Don for 5k. What's he gonna do next turn? 6 Don. It's gonna be some sort of 4 drop. And leaving like shit on the board for him is kind of reasonable as well. Let's just go 5. Hit lead, I think. He'll probably take, but it means that once we actually get our admirals online, they're gonna swing so hard. He has to consider whether he wants to take this or not. And I'd rather get 1 card than deal with this shit. It's a 2-3. Come on. It does give us a 2k. Cool. We'll go with Garp, game 1, and then I will play Kobe, just so we have another guy on the board. Looking for counter here. We can take a 1k or we can take an event. I've passed up 2 events, I think, so far. Having one of these seems fairly reasonable. And then we'll pass. He can obviously clear this. It's fine. He's got to play over one of these Mr. 3s as well, is the thing. When he wants to combo out, because he has to have a full board with different names, and he has 2 of them, right? I presume there's going to be like a crocodile, maybe. 4-cost Croc, 4-cost Ivankov. Who knows? We're going to be taking a little bit of damage here. It's fine. I'll counter that one, though, because it's nice and easy. We have no counter now. Okay, if this one swings for 5, I might regret not taking the other one out, but we'll see. We'll see. So this is 1, 2, 3. So this is 4k with 1 Don. Now it's... No, it's still only 4k. You can stop Garp from attacking if he wants to pop this. Sure. Does this pop? I think this is going to be quite a difficult deck to play. Because when you... There's just so many different things going on, right? Like I was saying earlier, if you attack too early, you just lose your board. Like, he's going to lose a decent amount of his board here. But if you attack too late, you're not doing anything, you know? It's really weird. Next turn's going to be Boa. He's going to freeze 2 of our dudes, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. Fortunately, we don't need to Kuzan. We only need to Borsa here. Let's clear the Luffy, first of all. Then, how many Don are we going to have? We're going to have a few. It's going to clear the Eva. And then, these are effects. 1, 2, 3, the boys. Game 1, game 1. Game 2. I think I do want to do this. Beyond 4, we go back to 6, we go back to 4. Makes it awkward to Saka if we Borsalino and Sakazuki. We may not need to Borsalino though. Let's just stun this. He's going to just trash it anyway, but let's make it so that it can't swing first. Going to active. I'm not doing this. And swing 7 at lead, get him down to 2. And then pass. I don't want to give this blocker. I don't want to give this blocker because I'm going to need to Sakazuki again next turn. It makes it quite awkward if I don't. There's the Boa. Freeze 2 of these. Probably the Borsalino and the Kuzan. Sorry, the Borsalino and the Sakazuki. Yep, this can't rest. That's pretty good. And to be fair, it's another reason not to give it blocker, I guess. Yep, that works. You can clear my mans. This can pop and stun Saka. If it wants to. It does. Saka can't attack her. And then, what are we going to have? We're going to have a 5-6, 5-5, or we're going to have a big swing? Looks like we're going to have a 5-5. But this could also be another little fella. Let's trash this. It is another little fella. It's a Mr. 1. What did he grab from Luffy? He grabbed the Mr. 1. Makes sense. Now that's an option now. We can rest his Mr. 1 and take it out. Actually quite a good option, I think. We'll reduce that. How many Don do we have? We have 7. And 2 active. Clear this. At 9. I don't want a marine food. It's 8-8. 8-8's not bad. He'll get 1 through and 2 2Ks. He's nowhere near the combo turn. We shouldn't need more than 1 event. And a blocker. I think 8-8's the angle. You should counter this one because this can be 9. It's not going to be, but it could be. Nah, this is fine as well, I guess. Oh, we didn't have 2 2Ks. We get 3 cards. That's incredible. Then we'll win the turn. We turn 2, and now he's a blocker. If he has another boa, obviously he can stun it again, but it is what it is, right? We've stopped this boa from really doing anything. It's the same power as Mr. 3 Galdino. It's not great. This Luffy is only going to 4k for Don X1. He needs 2 to swing for 5, the same as the Mr. 3s. At which point, you may as well swing one of the Mr. 3s if you're going to put 2 Dons on. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty reasonable. 4 Don to stun my mans. Can't do another one. So it's just going to be a bunch of swangs? Could be. We don't need Suru. We may play Sengoku. We're never playing Suru. 4 for Croc. Picks up Mr. 3. Play somebody else. Mr. 2, Mr. 1, draw 1. Seems good if you have it. He doesn't have it. Just block that one. So that's a freebie. Because this cannot swing. We have an option of another blocker. We just want to start fairly simple. This can be champion rifle. It's something we've got to be fairly afraid of. Start with 9 from Saka. Just plays around champion rifle pretty nicely. We can just pick up the Garp. That's fine. I'm fine picking up the Garp. Just gives us a 1k back in hand, and then I'll like play Borsalino or something. Takes that. Let's go another 9. We can only deny 1 blocker. So this is no harm, no foul. It was, I know you're strong. It's not champion rifle. Okay. Oh, holy bricks, Batman! What in the? That's kind of mental, man. That's kind of mental. How many bricks? 4. Jesus. I mean, you should have at least blocked, right? Make me play it out. But regardless, yeah, we had it there. If he blocks one of them, we can Kuzan stun the other blocker. And just go from there. We're in no danger. We've got 8k counter here as well. This deck's doing a little better than I expected. I didn't have high hopes for Sengoku, but... The combo is certainly there. The combo is very, very good. And it's consistent. It's consistent. Either way, well played to our opponent. Let's move on. So in terms of the list, I was actually more impressed with this leader than I thought I'd be. I think everyone is still very new to these new leaders, right? So people are making mistakes. I hope you'll go easy on my opponents when they made mistakes in these games. Because the cards are brand new. We're all just getting used to them. And once Sengoku comes out on the regular sim, I will make another Sengoku video. Trying out some different cards. There's some different ones I want to talk about in a minute. Very impressed with MrMaChONaCHOMan. The more I play with this card, the more it just feels insane. Especially in these purple decks that like to go down on Don. When I played Popular Rosnante, this felt really, really good, and it feels great in this one as well. Both to combo with Sakazuki, and also just as a free 1k. We don't have a lot of card economy in this deck. That's one thing you do struggle with, is having not many cards in hand. And this can certainly help. It felt very, very good. I was quite impressed with the Noronora Beam Sword as well. It didn't sort of super win me any games, but it always felt really nice to have as an option. And it's one of those where your opponent's going to have to... Once people know that this is in the deck, they're going to have to play around it. And then they're going to have to play really awkwardly. So even if you don't have it, you know, I don't know. I think at 2, it's fine. It's not a card you can search out, obviously. But it's there. Maria, I never really played out. I can see how the effect is good. It can help you ramp back a bunch of dons to offset your costs. But going and neg another card in hand is awkward. And early game, you don't really have the don to play this. Because you really want to be doing as much searching as possible early game to guarantee that you get this combo. And then on sort of 5 or 6 don, you want to drop Sengoku or Garb every time. So I wasn't really finding the space to play this out. You could maybe swap this for another different 2k. Usahachi is always one you can consider. The 6-cost Sanji could be cool because we do go fairly low on Don. And you could even just play another Navy one. There's this Marine Little Brother, which you could play, I guess. I guess this pudding's like a minor option. Into a Nell, this can get you a ramp on 4, which is kind of cute. And it's also a blocker. It's going to Giga die, though. It's going to Giga die, so I don't know. This could be worth trying over Maria, though. Let me know if you've tried this one. I think that's an interesting thought I've just had while I looked through this list of 2Ks. In terms of other options to play in the deck, I think the most obvious one is Rosnante in Law. I didn't put him in this build because I sort of just put the build together and then ran out of space. But I think this is a nice card for you to play after your combo turn, to just give you another blocker and a card draw. The card draw is huge, and this is a big block, 8k, and it's nice and searchable as well. So I think a couple copies of this could be kind of cute. In terms of true top end, Big Mom and Luffy I think are both reasonable options. Big Mom healing you can offset any early damage you take, and also slow down aggro decks, though not blue buggy, obvious reasons. And Luffy can help you with your card economy by just drawing you a card and potentially being a rush unit. But the thing with these cards is because they cost 9, you usually don't have 9 after your combo turn. So this is going to be like 2 turns later. And I feel like you're just winning within a couple turns of your combo turn. Or losing. Or losing. I'll add that there. But maybe if games end up dragging out into some of these leagues I've not tested into, maybe something like an ace deck, these could be kind of handy. Either way, thank you for watching. If you've been testing any Sengoku and there's anything you think I've completely missed, please do let me know in the comments. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.